Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Spin here, and welcome back to another video here on the Pokecentral Network, episode number 36. Today, we are going to be going after a Venipede. We're going to be adding that Pokemon to our team, and then we'll only have one Pokemon left to go before we have our full party of 6 Pokemon. So if you guys missed any of our previous episodes, we already got our Nidoking, our Mawile, our Dragonite, and our Swampert. Next, we're going to be getting our Scolipede, which will be in this episode, and then in the next episode, at least the next episode where we get a new Pokemon, I might do something different in the next episode. But then we will be going after the final Pokemon, which is going to be our Ferrothorn. So let's go ahead and get straight into trying to find a wild Venipede, because I feel like that's a pretty important first step. So /wiki, Venipede, and biome. All right, so it's going to spawn only in jungle biomes. Luckily, there is a jungle biome over in the Safari Zone that we can take a visit to, and then time is going to be dusk, dawn, and night, which it is. It is currently night, so we should probably hurry up and get over there. All right, so we got our first Venipede here. I'm probably going to catch a couple of these things. Now, I do want to mention, I actually have already caught a few Venipedes in the past, and I actually already purchased one, but I did want to make sure I showed you guys exactly where you could find these things. So they spawn here in the jungle biome. We actually aren't going to really be using the one that we catch here unless it's really, really good, but we already have a really good one that I want to show you guys, and I'll show you exactly why we're going to be using the one that I already got, which I was given by Grizzly Bird, which is actually a mod on the server, and surprisingly, he's online right now. Okay, so /PC. Well, first things, let's check. Let's see. Yeah, see, not so great. Not so great at all. Well, let's go ahead and put this one, we'll recycle, recycle that Pokemon, and we'll scroll back here and try and find the rest of our Venipedes. Okay, here's one. Let me put you here, and we'll put the rest of our team here, just so we have more space, because I think we have quite a few different Venipedes in our PC here. At least 2. All right, just 2. Okay, cool. So I think one of these is our good one, one of them is our bad one. Slot number 5 is going to be our good one. And I believe it's already perfect, so we'll get rid of you. We'll just put you there for now. And this is actually our Venipede. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of its different stats and things like that and see exactly why we're going to be using this Venipede and what we're going to do going forward for the moveset, the EVs, and all of that stuff. Okay, so let's head on home, and I actually have some things to show you at my house. But before we get into showing everything around the island, I actually want to talk about this Venipede and exactly what it has already and what we need to get on it. So first things to note is it already has hidden ability, which is speed boost. And the way that works is gradually your speed goes up, which basically just means every single turn your speed will go up by 1 stage, which is 50%, which is really great if you can manage to stay alive through multiple turns. So that'll come into play a little bit later on when I'm explaining our moveset, but for now, we're also going to go ahead and take a look at the nature. Now, I think I actually want to make sure we have Jolly Nature on our Scolipede, just to make sure that it has the highest speed stat possible. Although, actually, we might want Adamant. I'm not sure. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Adamant nature there, because Venipede actually already has pretty good speed, and since we do have the speed boost ability, we don't really need to have higher speed, but higher attack could always be good. So we're going to stick with Adamant, and let's go ahead and move on to the... Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you around my island, and then we'll move on to the moveset and the different things. So I've done quite a bit of work here on the island, actually a lot. Not really anything to do with our house. However, we did expand the island a ton. It used to come to about right there and just kind of chop off, so I added a huge area over there. And then we have this entire area here, which I think looks absolutely amazing. I don't know, you'll just have to let me know what you think of it. We changed up some things with the pathways, so of course this is going to expand out, and I don't necessarily know if I'm going to keep the pathway like this, but I think it looks pretty good for the theme that we're going for. But first, the beach is basically the same. I think I added a little bit of sand hills here. I think that was in the last episode though, but I added some slabs around just to make things kind of go up a little more gradually, and we expanded more hills over there. And then we have this little area which I think looks pretty cool. It's like a little rocky outcrop from the beach, which I think just added a nice little change to it, because before it was all just sand and that was kind of boring. So I think that looks pretty cool. But moving on to the really cool area is right on over here. So I told you guys I was going to try to expand this little rocky area and add an enchantment setup, and I think it came out pretty nice. It took a very, very long time to build this in survival mode. You can see there was a lot of work that went into it with the stone placement and actually getting all of the water removed, because this is about 3 blocks deep into the ocean. So we had to clear out quite a bit. But you can see we come down here, there's some different water features. Like this goes all the way down into the ocean, which is pretty cool. We got our little waterfalls and different things going through here because we are technically below sea level. And then when we come in here, we got prismarine and actually cyan glass, which I just thought looked really good with the prismarine. And then we have some different waterfalls coming up from above, some different water things in the side here. And this is our enchantment area, which I think this place turned out really great, actually better than I expected. And then, of course, we have our lapis in here, and maybe I'll put some books in here or something like that, just so we have our full little enchantment setup now. There's a couple little things here, like if we swim up this waterfall, we actually get up to the top, which I can actually fly. Maybe I can't. There we go. I can fly, and that actually just leads up straight to the top. I think it turned out pretty well. You guys, again, can let me know what you think, but it is pretty good progress on our island. So this little area here, pretty much this whole area here is mostly complete. I'm probably going to add some different like furniture and things to the beach, but other than that, I think we're good to go. But let's go ahead and get straight back into working on our Venipede, and I'll probably start building a house maybe in the next episode, which is something I really need to do so we can get rid of these chests. Okay, so moveset. Moveset for our Venipede is going to be Baton Pass, Swords Dance, Protect, and Poison Jab, and I think a lot of these moves are actually going to be TMs. I think Swords Dance is a TM, Protect is maybe a TM, and Poison Jab is definitely a TM. But we also might be able to just learn them by leveling up. Okay, so looking at all of the moves, we actually learn, it looks like we learn Protect at level 15, which is great. That's super easy. And then we learn Baton Pass at level 30 once we evolve into a Scolipede. So we need to make sure that we are evolving at level 30. Otherwise, we'll miss out on that. However, it doesn't really matter too much because we can always use the move relearner and get that back. It doesn't seem like we learn Swords Dance, but I know that's a TM for sure. And then Poison Jab is also most likely a TM. We can see if we have either of those, but we can also just buy them over at the shop if needed. So let's check out our TMs. Let's see, Swords Dance. Yep, we have 2 Swords Dance. That's good. And then Poison Jab, we actually have one of those as well. And then the other 2 we already know that we learn. So that's really not a big deal. Okay, so now all we got to do is start leveling this guy up. So I usually just use the Poke Designer to get all of my levels, but I feel like we should probably do it the old school way this time around, since it didn't really take that long to actually get this Pokemon. Normally we have to go through the breeding process, waiting for eggs, going out and actually catching the right Pokemon, but this time around we actually got it off another player. So what we're going to do is pull out a lucky egg. We got our EXP all already, so we're going to put a lucky egg on our Venipede. We got our full squad here. Now, Gyarados is not part of our main team, but he does have the amulet coin, so we're going to head over to Battle Island and make some money while we level up our Venipede. Now, the only downside to this is we are going to have to reset the EVs either using the Poke Designer or using berries, since it is going to get some EVs out of these battles. But that's okay. Should be pretty easy to fix afterwards, because I don't think we're going to get too many EVs, and even if we do, we always have the Poke Designer and berries that we can use, which the berries do get kind of expensive, but we should be able to afford some. So warp Battle Island, and let's just go ahead and start training this guy up. We need to get all the way up to level 30, and then I'll probably use the Poke Designer for the last 20 levels just to make sure our team is all even at level 50. But yeah, what NPC do we want to take on here? I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll start off with an uncommon one, and maybe we'll jump into a rare one as well. Because we have 5 level 50s, we should have a pretty good chance at taking on just about any NPC on the island, except for that guy right there, that ultimate boss. He's awful. Okay, let's jump into this. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start off with a happy hour, just to make sure we're getting that money. We got to be making that money while we're leveling up here. Next, we could go with, doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm just going to go ahead and do Earthquake, Aquatail, Earthquake. We're going to go with Earthquake. How much damage is that going to do? Really not that much. Lapras is pretty tanky, so it's an ice water type Pokemon. None of our moves are going to be super effective. So I think Earthquake is probably our best bet, and it seems like we might be able to do it here. Come on. There we go, and we'll get that Moxie, but I don't think it's going to matter. Now we're up against a Tentacruel. But Venipede got how many? Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, is it going to stop? 13 levels out of that. That's crazy. Okay. cool. And we're not going to learn any of those moves, but we can move on to the Tentacruel. Let's just go with another Earthquake. Super effective, and we got a crit, I think, there. So gaining some more levels. Oh, we should learn Protect. Awesome. Okay, that's one move down. So just one more move to go, and we'll have our completed move set for our Scolipede, because by the time we get the final move, it will be its max evolution. Almost just one-shot that Sea King as well. Let's go with Nidoking, and we'll just Sludge Wave, sure. Doesn't really matter what we use here. And a Kingdra. All right. Oh, wow. Okay, was not expecting that, but that is fine. Hello, Dragonite. Let's go ahead and Dragon Claw. There we go. And Crawdaunt. Poison Tail. We don't need to learn Poison Tail. Crawdaunt, we'll just go with an Earthquake. And we won the battle. Awesome. How much money? 2,600 Pokecoins for that. That's not too bad at all. I'm feeling brave, guys. We're going to go for the legendary boss. Probably a terrible idea, but you know what? The worst that can happen is we lose all our Pokemon and we have to go battle another NPC. If we do beat this, I believe our Venipede should get all the way up to level 30, though, so that is good. Well, let's see. Oh, level 70. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, this is going to be fun. All right, so Earthquake against Aggron. That's going to be our best bet here. And hopefully he does not end up one-shotting me. There we go. One more hit. And he one-shot me. Fantastic. Okay. So who are we going to want to send out here next? I'm not actually too sure. Maybe Dragonite and go with an Earthquake? Sure, why not? We'll try it. We'll see. Nice. Okay, so that did work, and we actually just got a new achievement, which we'll take a look at here in a second. He sent out it looked like a Metagross there. All right, so against a Metagross. None of our moves are really going to be super effective here, so I think our best bet is probably to just go... Actually, wait, Earthquake, right? I believe so. And he blew himself up. Okay, you know what? I will take it. That's fine. You do that. You blow up every single time, and we will actually win this fight, so that is good for us. Fire Punch against a Scizor. But we fainted in. I did not mean to send out my Venipede. Nope. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted to do there. We're going to be switching on over to Swampert. That might have just thrown the fight. But if we go ahead and actually put out a Stealth Rocks here, that'll help us out a little bit. Because every time he swaps out now, he'll take some damage. And then up against a Mawile, I think we're going to want to go with probably Scald. Maybe we can get the burn. No, we're not even going to get a hit off. Ooh, Mawile versus Mawile or Nidoking versus Mawile. Let's go with the Nidoking, and we'll try our best to get off a Flamethrower here. Could do Flamethrower or Earth Power. Flamethrower is probably good. Let's try. Ooh, super effective. We're going to get one shot, and our last chance here is Mawile versus Mawile. So I guess let's just go with a Play Rough and hope that we can do some damage here. Might even be this NPC's last Pokemon, although probably has 6 Pokemon, so probably has a couple more left. But let's see if we can even get a move off here. And we got a move off. And back to the Scizor. Great. Okay. Yeah, that's not great. Play Rough. Nope, they use Bullet Punch. Let's run from this battle just so we don't have to actually lose our Venipede. But he is going to be evolving into a Whirlipede, which is great. And now we only need, I think, 6 more levels to get him all the way up. Okay, so I just beat another NPC, and we are 2 levels away from the evolution, so I'm going to head on home, and we're going to use Rare Candy for the last 2 levels here, just so that we can make sure nothing messes up, and we do end up getting the move that we need. So there's one. Wow, you are very big. Let's get out of here. Let's go up here before we do this, because it is very large. We might have to actually change the growth. I don't particularly like when my Pokemon are enormous or ginormous, just because they take up so much space. And it's very hard to see around them. So I kind of like microscopic and pygmy Pokemon. Depending on the Pokemon, since some are naturally small, I go a little bit larger, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how big this Scolipede is and see if we want to Whoa! Oh my lord. Okay. Baton Pass, yes. Let's replace Toxic Spikes. And wow, you are way too big. Where did my TMs go, though? Where did I leave? I'm not actually sure. Where did they go? I guess I put them back. I don't know why. But there we go. Poison Jab and Swords Dance. Let's go ahead and teach you. You're not even going to be able to come out down here. You're going to take the whole room. And, okay, so we got to replace Defense Curl, and we have to replace Rollout. But that's going to be it for the moveset. So we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and talk about our Scolipede's moveset and why exactly we have the moves that we have. Okay, so first things first, let's check them out here. So we have Protect, Bat and Pass, Poison Jab, and Sword Stance. Now, Poison Jab is just there to be a stab move. We're going to get the stab bonus, which is the same type bonus, which is, I think, a 50% increase in damage. We just have that just so that we have a move that can do some damage. Our other three moves are actually all kind of working together. We have number one, Sword Stance, which increases our attack sharply, which means it increases it by 2 stages. And then because we have this speed boost, which increases our speed by 1 stage every single turn, if we go ahead and use Sword Stance and we survive the hit, that means our attack is going to be going up 2 stages and our speed boost will be going up 1 stage every single turn that we can manage to pull that off. So if we go ahead and use Sword Stance and then we survive a hit, we'll have a speed boost, which will be 1 stage of speed and 2 stages of attack. And then we can go ahead and use Bat and Pass or Protect to go ahead. Actually, yeah, we're probably going to want to use Protect next. And that'll actually sustain us through another turn, which means we get another increase in speed, which is great. And then we can go ahead and use Bat and Pass, which actually allows us to switch places with another Pokemon in our party, and it will pass along any stat changes. So the Sword Dance increased stats, as well as our Speed Boost increased stats, will be passed over to any other Pokemon on our team. So we could Bat and Pass into our Nidoking, into our Dragonite, into any of other Pokemon, and they'll get those stat increases, which is really great because we don't have to worry about trying to increase their stats on their own using like Dragon Dance on our Dragonite or Sword Dance on our Mawile or anything like that. So this guy is going to come in super handy. He's more of a support Pokemon on our team, not necessarily a sweeper or anything like that. But I think it's going to work out really great and add a lot to our team and definitely help out some of our heavy hitters hit even heavier. All right, guys, so as I said at the beginning of this episode, we did get some random EVs here on our Scolipede. Now, we are going to want to be focusing on EV training in HP so we can sustain a little bit more, as well as speed, just because Scolipede has... Scolipede? I should call him that. Scolipede has very, very good speed stats, so it's always good to increase that. We're going to put the extras over into attack, just so we can get a couple stat points increased there. And actually, you know what? Before we focus on our EVs, let's grab our held item. I think we should have one. We don't. Okay. So we're going to have to go over to the shop anyways so that we can buy some berries to fix up our EVs. And while we're here, we might as well grab the held item that we're going to have on our Scolipede because it is not going to be a lucky egg. That would not be very helpful in battle. Instead, we're going to be going with a... Let's see if it's here. Focus Sash. And basically what that does is make it so that we cannot get one shot. We're always going to go down to 1 HP before we can be killed. So that's really, really good because we can actually get off a Bat and Pass or an extra Sword Stance or anything like that and be guaranteed to not get one shot since we are kind of in a situation where that could definitely happen. So, okay. Looking pretty good. Now we got to go ahead and find where the berries are hiding at. And I think I'm just going to buy all of the berries because I don't really know which ones do what. They should be in here. Okay, cool. So we're just going to buy 2 of each. Oh, that's really expensive. Never mind. We're going to buy the ones that we need. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to figure it out because those things are very, very pricey. Okay, so the 3 that we actually need are a Hondu berry. We need a single Hondu, a single Greppa, and a single, it should be a Qualot, because that'll be defense. Okay, so the Qualot berry should decrease our defensive EVs. So EVs number 6. And yep, that's going to work. Actually, it says in chat, defense fell. Okay, perfect. And then the Greppa berry will go ahead and decrease special defense. And the Hondu will go ahead and decrease special attack. And then if we go and take a look at his EVs right now, we actually have HP EVs, which is fine. We're going to be EV training in HP. And I actually wanted to use the Poke Designer for the attack EVs because we're only going to be decreasing it by 2. So I didn't want to use a berry, which decreases by 10 when we're only going to be decreasing 2. So let's go ahead and do that, confirm that, and confirm. And now we just need to focus on actually increasing the correct EVs. So in order to increase our EVs, I think I'm going to chill here with the Surskits, and we're going to try to get those speed EVs and do that little trick that I showed a couple videos ago where you use the power items while fighting Pokemon that give different EVs. So we're going to use a power weight to get HP while fighting these Surskits, which give speed. So we'll be EV training in both stats at the same time. But before we get into all of that, I do have to head home and actually grab my power items, which I forgot. So we need the HP one and the speed. Where? Okay. It's gone missing. Is it in my piece? Is it in my daycare? Is it where? I don't think it's in my daycare, so maybe one of my other Pokemon is holding it. Everstone, Destiny Nut. Let's see. Holding nothing. Holding nothing. That's going to be it for my daycare PC. Let's see. Not my Parasect. Nothing else in here is holding any items. Is it my Parasect? No. Odd. We definitely had one. Inner chest? Nope, not in here. That is very strange. Well, this thing is absolutely nowhere to be found. I guess we either need to see if the GTS has one or see if we can buy one off another player. I don't really want to pay the shop prices because I know it is a little bit overpriced. But that is very strange. I don't even know. I guess we just lost it somewhere. Unless I'm blind and it's in one of these wrong chests. But let's check the GTS and see if there's any. And now the long EV training session begins. I did get a power anklet off another player, luckily. A lot of people have just extras from beating the uncommon bosses that you see around. I don't actually want to be in battle with my Scolipede, I don't think. Because that is not going to be so fun, except he just one-shot that Surskit. So I guess maybe it'll be fine. We'll see. I'll try to use my Scolipede as much as possible. We can really use any Pokemon on our team since we do have the EXP all turned on. They're all going to be getting the EVs either way, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Luckily, the rest of the Pokemon on our team, I believe, are fully EV trained, with maybe the exception of Gyarados, but he's not really a battle Pokemon, so it doesn't matter too much. But this seems to be working out fine. Our Scolipede is doing more than enough damage to take out these little peasant Surskits. Is it super effective? No, it's not. Wow, okay. I wouldn't really expect to one-shot these things, considering our Scolipede's only 10 levels above most of them. It's very odd that they're all level 20. It's very, very strange. I don't know what's going on with these things. All right, well, EV training is all done, and I think we're pretty much good to go. I have all my Pokemon up to level 55, just so that we're all on an even playing field here. I used the Poke Designer to make sure they were all the exact same level. And we got one slot left, just our Ferrothorn, which we'll be getting in one of the future episodes here very, very soon. And I think once I get that 6th Pokemon, I'm going to be doing some maybe just regular battles at first, but once I get used to my team, maybe we do some wager battles, put some money on the line, and see if we can beat some other players here on the server. And eventually, hopefully, participate in some tournaments. That could be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take one final look at our Scolipede. I already explained most of the stuff, so I'm not really going to get into it too much, but we have our Focus Sash, we have our Hidden Ability Speed Boost, we have our 4 moves, Protect, Bat, and Pass Sword Stance, and Poison Jab, and we have our Adamant Nature, which I was kind of deciding between Adamant or Jolly. It's really a toss-up, but because of the Speed Boost ability, I decided probably Adamant was the way to go. But that's pretty much it. We got our EVs/EVs number 5, and we have our IVs, which are all maxed out in all the stats that we actually need. So we're good to go. All we need to do now is decide if we like Scolipede as a regular form or as a shiny form, which we also are going to decrease the size on this guy here. So Poke Designer. Let's go ahead and take a look. And first things first, growth. Let's see what ordinary looks like. Maybe we'll change it to Pygmy, but for now that should be good. And then what is shiny Venipede? I have no idea. Let's see. Ooh, that looks kind of cool, actually. All right, confirm. Let's take a look here. Ordinary growth, and still way too big. Still way too big. Yep, you are like supposed to be some sort of a bug. You should not be that large. Please, you're kind of creepy when you're that big. So let's make you a whole lot smaller, not gender. Let's change growth. Here it is. I guess let's try Pygmy. Let's see how that looks. Confirm that, and hello. That's a lot better. Honestly, I think I'm going to go micro. I think microscopic's the way to go here. This thing's still huge as Pygmy, which is kind of crazy considering it's supposed to be a bug. I don't even know. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe that's the point, though. Maybe it's supposed to be a giant bug. But there we go. That looks a whole lot better. That makes it look awesome. Okay, and then we got our Mawile. Our Mawile might need to be bigger, honestly. We might need to change the growth there. We got our Swampert, which a whole lot of you said I should make him pink. Maybe I'll do that. Dragonite, I need to go check the video and see if it hit the 150 likes in order to get a metal Dragonite. It very well might have. And then we have our Nidoking. Should I just make everyone micro on our team? I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make every single one of our Pokemon microscopic, except for Mawile, because he's already tiny. She's already tiny. She might already be small. Okay, I'll probably leave Mawile, but the other ones are all going to go as small as I can get them without them looking weird, which I think Scolipede looks great as micro. So let me go check that video, see what we're going to be doing with our Dragonite, and I will be right back. Wow. Okay. Somebody just like blew me away there. The video hit over 200 likes, which is absolutely crazy. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you showed on that video. We're going to go ahead and turn this Dragonite into its metal form. So let me do that really quick. And you know what? Might as well do it on video. Since a lot of people have been asking me how to get custom textures on their single player worlds, you need a mod called NBT Edit. And then you go into it after you type this. Now, you're only going to be doing this on your own server where you're op or single player world. Don't even bother trying to do it on a server. It's not going to work. So let's go ahead and type a new string here. And that'll give us a new string. And I believe it is going to be custom texture, just like that, without a space. And then in the second one, you type the name of the custom texture, which is going to be metal. Save that. You also have to go to where it shows, like it says statue texture somewhere. Go up to the top here. Where is that? Maybe not. Maybe that's only for statues, because I change a lot of statues. That should be good. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. That's all you got to do. And we got ourselves our metal Dragonite. Wow, this thing is cool. I love this texture. All right, guys. So I modified the size of all of my Pokemon, and I think they look a whole lot better when their size is pretty similar. Now, of course, Mawile is going to be a lot smaller just because it is a small Pokemon, and our Scolipede is going to be a little bit bigger because for some reason this thing is just giant for a bug. But we have them all set to different sizes, actually, and it just makes them all look like they fit together, and I think it's pretty cool. So let me go ahead and pull out one of these at a time so we can take a look. We have Scolipede up first here, and Mawile number 2. Pretty cool. We have our Swampert, which a lot of people really want me to make pink. I guess I'll do it just because you guys asked. I guess I don't necessarily like Swampert Shiny's form, but that's fine. And our Dragonite, probably my favorite of all of our Pokemon right now just because of the texture. Although Nidoking is definitely coming in close second, if not first, because Nidoking is up there as one of my favorite Pokemon. Okay, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do it for you because you all begged so much. Let's go ahead and take a look at the shiny form. Confirm that. Let's take a look here. Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll keep it. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I was thinking. It's okay. The model, though, might need a little bit of an update. Well, everything's coming together really, really nice. We have 5 out of 6 of our Pokemon. We're going to be getting our 6th one very, very soon. And we're going to be completing our team so we can start to battle some other players here on the server, in tournaments, in wager battles, all kinds of things. Hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. And we're also making some pretty good progress on our island. I'm pretty proud of how things are coming so far. I really actually love all the different designs. I haven't built in Minecraft in probably about a year and a half, 2 years, other than building like the occasional small little hut or maybe a spawn building here and there. But for the most part, this is my first real project building this island, and I think it's coming pretty well. Now, this could be seen as a little bit messy just because of all the different blocks, but I think it does look pretty cool in its own way. And when you start removing some of these blocks and you go back to the basics, it does look a little bit boring, a little bit bland, and this really does give you a lot to look at, and I think it actually looks pretty cool. It doesn't necessarily seem natural, but at least not natural Minecraft, but it does kind of have that feeling to it. And I actually really love all of this. Now, we'll have to build a house. We'll have to see how my actual building is, because this is more of just terraforming and not necessarily building. A little bit of building, I'd say, just because of the style, but for the most part, just kind of changing the terrain. So building an actual house is going to be a whole lot different, and we are going to have to jump into that probably in the next episode. But for now, I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and end things. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're so close to 30,000 subscribers. It's going to be so awesome to hit that milestone. And thank you so much to everyone that has already subscribed to the channel. You guys really do mean a whole lot to me. And I have loved running this server and hosting this channel, having this channel, posting on this channel. I don't know. It's just been great, and I really do appreciate all of the support that you guys show on all of these videos, so thank you for that. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.